Good morning, everyone. My name is Sofia Flores Bringas, and today I'll be presenting our business analysis of Nestle. Let me start by providing you with a comprehensive overview of Nestle Peru. Nestle Peru is a subsidiary of Nestle S.A., the world's largest food and beverage company, operating in Peru over 70 years. Nestle Peru has established itself as a market leader in nutrition, health, and wellness, offering a diverse portfolio of trusted brands. They sell meat. Nestle's mission statement clearly defines their corporate purpose. Let me read it for you. Unlocking the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone. Nestle's vision statement outlines their long-term aspirations. It states to be a leading, competitive nutrition, health, and wellness company delivering improved shareholder value by products. Now, let's examine the competitive landscape in which Nestlé Peru operates. We've identified two direct competitors and two indirect competitors. First, Gloria. This is perhaps the Nestlé's most significant competitor in Peru. Gloria produces dairy products including evaporated milk, yogurt, cheese, and butter, as well as juices and canned fish. Gloria is the leading dairy company in Peru, controlling approximately 70% of the dairy market share. They distribute nationwide through both supermarket Mondelez Peru. They compete with Nestlé in the confectionery and snacks categories with brands like Oreo and Cadbury. Mondelez holds approximately 25% market share in cookies and snacks. They distribute through supermarkets, convenience stores, and traditional retail. The overlap with Nestlé occurs primarily in the confectionery and snack segments, where both companies compete for the same consumer spending. And for PepsiCo Peru, operating under the Carinto brand, they produce beverages, healthy snacks, and breakfast cereals under the Quaker brand. PepsiCo has a strong presence in beverage, and how these competitors sell and where they operate is crucial for competitor analysis. Gloria S.A. sales approach focuses heavily on the traditional channel. 65% of their distribution goes through small grocers and bodegas, with only 35 through modern retail like supermarkets. They use direct distribution to retail, and their strategy emphasizes dairy excellence, local production, and competitive pricing. Alicorp employs a mixed approach across modern and traditional channels. They maintain their own direct sales force and combine imported products with local manufacturing. Their strategy centers on product diversification. Regarding where they operate, all competitors are present across the main channels. Modern trade, supermarkets like Plaza Vea, Wong, Totus, and Metro. Traditional trade, bodegas, markets, and social independent grocers, which still represent about 65%.
Analysis work. Stranger. High diversification of products and brands, extensive portfolio in food, beverage, and pet food waste and reduced bossing rights. Developing infrastructure and economies of scale, factories logistics center, function as the modern center alluring and a weakness. Price sensitivity of consumer I new socioeconomic CDIE. These segments have high bargaining power and can easily switch to cheaper brands. Depends on specialty and certificate supers inputs such as cocoa, milk, coffee, and supers like opportunity. More of the commerce and digitalization. Consumers use more digital platforms to compare, purchase, and evaluate products. Increase in healthy, organic, and premium niches. The demand for healthier foods is a growing trend in Peru that Nestlé is already taking. Third, high competitive rivalry competing wide global giants like PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Mondelez. Method best, political legal, strict safety, traceability and sustainability regulation increase costs and limit the number of suppliers that meet standards. 2. Economic. Dependence of certified raw materials, rising price of coffee, milk, cocoa, of services like logistics directly of profitability. 3. Social cultural. Increasing preference for produced natural foods, increasingly institutional quality.
Good evening, Professor Luis Armando Peña Juárez. My name is Alonso Mateo Cáceres Ramírez, and I am going to present Porter Five Forces and apply to Nestlé and the marketing at Nestlé. The Porter Five Forces applied at Nestlé. Point A. Threat of new entrants. To, to enter this industry, Nestlé has required massive investment and factories, technology, logistics, R&D, and marketing. Point B. Superior bargaining power. Nestle purchases large quantities of raw materials, milk, coffee, cocoa, grains, etc., which give it considerable bar- bargaining power with many small and medium-sized suppliers. Point C. Buyer bargaining power. Nestle direct consumers include major supermarket chains, convenience store chains, pharmacies, and online platforms. These customers account for the majority of sales and are able to nego- negotiate price, promotional terms, and shelf space. Point D. Risk of substitute products high. Competitors' industrial plant-based food increase the pursuit for substitutes, especially for traditionally ultra-processed. With provision, here I am to present the Nestle marketing mix. Number 6. Products. Some brands have annual sales of more than Chief 1 billion, such as Nescafé, Nespresso, KitKat. My name is Maria Paula del Carmen Rodriguez Orfan. I present company competitive strategy is this company Nestle. Competitive strategy combines global reach, economies of scale, are locally. Example: Latin American markets, uh, diversifies. What does the company understand by diversification? Broad portfolio of brands and products, low, meanings, high segments. How does each diversity, each brand and the line to serve different socioeconomic segment and icon levels? Advantage of diversification, less dependence of the single products, broad compounds, risks in mitigation, ability to adapt it to variation in demand. A concrete example, basic production for markets with lower purchase power versus premium brands for natural marks, uh, local adaptation, globalization.
What does adaptation locally mean? Adjusting flour, packaging sizes, price, marketing, and supply according to the cultural, economic, and context of each country. How is the managed market research, regional decentralization, decision adapted to the local context, use for local input when appropriate, benefits, creator, consumer acceptance, better penetration in diverse markets, local relevance, and a competitive advantage over strict global bands. For example, a regional version of the global products. For example, chains in the flowers or um, packaging offering small sizes. One portionings power demands it's what is meant to average common economics, production is called global research and development globally recognized in France. How the company combines global scale with local flexibility, global R&D, and production structure with regional adaptation for the local markets. Unos advantages reduce costos due the economy of scale, ability to invest in innovation, leveraging international brand reputation, operational and financial stability. How this help managing fix market diversification, the ability to offset weaknesses is on regional with stringent in another manage global competition even in such environment. Um, Global international products diversification. Nestle other a wide range of products, food, vegans, diet, infant nutrition, and pet food, nutritional supplement, etc. This diversification allow it to serve different market segments and reduce risks associated with a single product type. Focus on nutritional health and wellness. Globally, the company has focused part of this strategy on positioning itself is a leader in nutrition, health, and wellness. Differentiation itself beyond simple searching food, innovation, technology, and value chain optimization. Uh, Nestle invests in development optimism is the supply chain and logistic adapts local production and uses technology to reduce costs, improve efficiency, and respond quickly the market demands. Nestle Women Resource Strategy dominant a global approach, which considers standard international mobility. Nestle and global international. Okay. Nestle structure is the people management so that HR support global corporate objectives. Attractive development and retaining talents. The talent is international competitive. Is promoted in HR approach the common global standard with local flexibility. It's not just about athlete in only size, fit, all. Approach would about adapting policies to different national cultural contexts. It has global total rewards system and compensation packaging that includes competitive salary. Benefits, health insurance, development opportunities, and recognition with helps motivation, evaluation, and ensure their comments. Global talent process, succession planning, leadership development, international mobility, and international transfers. These facilitate leveraging global talent and sharing this practice across the market. General conclusion. Now, from this entire work is I will present three general conclusion. Readings the flowers. Okay. Okay. Conclusion one. Um, Strengthening of scale global presence and diversity has a competitive advantage. Okay, okay. Nestle defends benefits from a broad international presence operating in more 180 countries and a diverse portfolio of recognized brands such as Nescafé, KitKat, Maggi, among others. Okay, with allows is the agility and economies of scale. Adapt its products to different markets and responds flexibly to global demand. Okay. Future is research and development. R&D capacity allow it to constantly innovate, adjusting the offering the consumer trends. Regulation of exchange is that a key extraction compared to competition. Okay. Conclusion number one, number two. Okay, number two, vulnerability to external pressures and reputation and cost challenge. Okay, the speed is strange. Nestle flies fast, significant wasn't the volatility of raw material prices, cocoa, coffee, and etc. Affects its production costs, its global organizational structure will prove powerful and can be complex and slow daily decision, making an adaptation and emerging markets of chain in very one. Furthermore, the company suffers with reputation criticism, for example, controversial suspension water, other adversities of the baby products of healthy products of question about health. Processed foods with can around consumer truth in summer. Thank you so much.